There's a reason why this game swept every award at every game show, Golden Joysticks, Game Awards, whatever game show you can think of. There's a reason why this game was that popular and that good, because it was lightning in a bottle. It was one of the best games we have had in a very long time. In my opinion, this is the best game we've had since Baldur's Gate 3 and Elden Ring. And in my opinion, the whole discourse around it was, why did it get Game of the Year over Hollow Knight Silksong, over Death Stranding 2? It was gonna win the Game Award, the Game of the Year award, and it was gonna piss off or make a lot of fan bases like those other games very, very mad. What's good, YouTube? It's NoWayJeric, and I'm back with another video. Today we'll be talking about one of my favorite games of all time, and of course the Game of the Year, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And before we get into it, as always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the love and support you've been showing me. And let's talk about this whole discourse, why everybody's been talking about this game still. The Game Awards was what, last Thursday? People are still talking about it. People are still, frustrated, infuriated that this game got Game of the Year over their favorite game. Not gonna lie, 2025, if you didn't know, if you haven't been playing the games, if you're a ball and gun gamer, it was one of the best years in gaming history. In my opinion, I think 2023 still has a notch over it, just because the highs for 2023 were really crazy, like Resident Evil 4, Baldur's Gate, Tears of the Kingdom, Dead Space Remake, Armored Core 6. I played like 20, 30 games in 2023. Like, it was a banger of a year. And I just feel like the highs for that year were better than the highs for this year, if that makes sense. Like, even though Expedition was probably going to be Game of the Year in 2020, I don't know. But even though Expedition is one of the best games of all time, it would still have a lot of competition if it came out in like 2023. Last year, it was going to win. If Expedition came out last year, it was going to win. But anyways, though, let's talk about why people have been hating this game so much. And like I said earlier, it was because people's favorite game didn't win Game of the Year. And that's going to happen. I don't know. I know people love Silksong. I know people love Death Stranding 2. I know people love KCD 2. KCD 2 is actually my second favorite game this year behind Expedition. And I think it should have won Best RPG over Expedition. I think the elements, like some of the mechanics and the elements that Expedition, showcased and they really fleshed out, was just insane to me. Like, there are so many complex mechanics, from the alchemy, from the blacksmithing, from just, being able to sell everything you made or everything you built in the world, like to any, trader, merchant, just so many different elements, how you build, not Hans, but Henry, just everything about that game. I'm not gonna spoil it, but if you haven't played KCD 2, it's one of the greatest RPGs in my opinion. Top 5 for me, definitely. Furthermore, regardless of whatever game won Game of the Year, somebody was gonna be pissed off. Somebody was gonna be angry. Our fan base was gonna be angry because, like I said, it's one of the best years we've ever had. There's so many games that I wanted even to put in my top 10 that were left out, like Ghost of Yotei. Touched on Ghost for a second. That too, a lot of the people who love Ghost, who love, Sony exclusives in particular, like the whole Spider-Man 2 conversation that we won't get into, but a lot of people who love Ghost of Yotei, I like it. I wouldn't say I love it. They were angry too that their game didn't even get a nomination. And I'm being honest, it wasn't that good of a game to get a Game of the Year nomination. I'm just being completely straight up. Like, this year was insane. Donkey Kong, Hades 2 to even mention, Silksong I loved. Like, it just wasn't. If it came out last year, definitely it might have won last year, but this year it was just too competitive. And that's why I feel like a lot of people are mad, because their favorite game didn't win. It's gonna happen. Like, 2023, I wouldn't say my favorite game was Baldur's Gate 3, but I really liked Baldur's Gate 3, and it was a generational RPG. My favorite game that year was probably like Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 4, the remake. Like, that was probably my favorite game that year. 2024, Astrobot won, but I really loved the Final Fantasy VII Remake and Silent Hill 2, and that even get a nomination, Silent Hill 2. So I understand, like, people getting upset that their favorite game didn't win, but you have to also understand, like, if you played the game, you know how great it is. I feel like a lot of the hate is coming from people who didn't even try the game. Yes, your favorite game didn't get it, and that's going to happen in a lot of years, but the fact that you'd even try the game, like, a lot of people I've seen on social media, didn't even get past the prologue, like the first like 30 to 45 minutes when the whole Gomage happens. If you haven't seen, Expedition gameplay, the whole Gomage happens. I'm not gonna spoil it, but people didn't even get past that point. And I'm like, how are you even judging a game if you only played like an hour of it? I get it. If you played like the first 2 to 3 hours, you got into Act 1 a little bit, you wasn't feeling the gameplay. If that's your opinion, I'm have that opinion. Like, there's nothing wrong with like having an opinion. We're talking about video games. Everything is subjective. So if you didn't like the game the first few hours, perfectly fine. If you didn't get past the prologue, I'm sorry, you can't be talking in these conversations. How would you know how good a game is if you didn't even play it, if you didn't even try it? You, like most people, not gonna lie, if we're being honest, probably looked up gameplay, probably took their opinion from their favorite streamer, their favorite, content creator, and just ran with that. That's how most people are. Most people in general are ball and gun gamers. Like, I hate that, like, that term is trying to get, reconstruction now. It's like a slur, but a lot of y'all, it's a slur for niggas who play ball and gun games only. Like, it's for them who try to like be in these conversations and like try to talk like what's game of the year. You play 2K, Rivals, and COD all year. You don't know what game is game of the year. Like, if we're being honest, but because it's like, I don't go to a surgeon and tell a nigga how to do a neurosurgeon tell a nigga how to like do work on the brain, or I don't go to a damn avid book reader and tell him, yo, Edgar Allan Poe wasn't one of the greats. Like, he didn't write any classic or banger books. Like, ball and gun gamers in general, because that is the most of the fan base. Most of the gaming fan base plays old ass games anyway, and most of them are ball and gun games. They're not gonna know what Expedition 33 is in the first place. And it's like I said, it's like a casual trying to talk to a hardcore fan of something. I'm not gonna tell, I'm not a basketball casual, but I'm not gonna tell an NBA coach like JJ Redick like how to run an NBA offense. Like, what the fuck do I know about running an NBA offense? I'm just judging off what I see. Like, I'm not gonna go to Chip Kelly or damn Andy Reid in football and tell him how to run how you should run or structure your receivers running routes. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a casual in football. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a hardcore basketball fan, but I'm not an NBA coach. I'm not gonna know the ins and outs to every damn team. How NBA offenses should run. You know what I'm saying? Like people, casual gamers, ball and gun gamers are trying to be part of this discourse and trying to be, tell people what game of the year is. Nigga, what games do you play? You play COD, Rivals, and 2K all year. Like I said earlier, you play the same 4 or 5 games every year and try to tell people what game of the year is. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. For everyone that thinks Expedition was getting overglazed at the award show and all the other different award shows that it just swept over, the only thing I would say, and this is probably the whole point of the video, is just to play the game and like formulate your own opinion. Like, don't take any opinion from Twitter, from your favorite content creator, from streamers. Like, play the game, formulate your own opinion. Even if you look at the game and you say, yo, this isn't for me, that's all you got to say. You don't got to call a game ass. You don't got to call a game not deserving of getting all this praise just because you're not into it. Just say you're not into it. Just say, I played it, I didn't enjoy it. And nobody, like, that's perfectly fine. That is a perfectly subjective opinion. It's not, force. It's not, just hating for no reason. A lot of people, when Expedition was getting all these awards, or just straight hate, like no thought behind it, just straight hate for like no reason, like at all. For me, if I saw any type of media product, whether it's like music, movies, books, etc., and I saw it was getting like critical acclaim, like insane critical acclaim, my first thought wouldn't be like, why the fuck is this shit getting so many damn awards? Why the fuck is this shit getting so many damn awards? It can't be that good. Like, that's just like a very closed-minded way of thinking, just because something outside of my bubble like is getting all this praise that I don't know about. That's what the whole gamer mentality is. It's like, if I don't know what the game is, if it ain't GTA, God of War, Elden Ring at this point, as you can see in the gameplay. I know, unironically, I don't have any Expedition gameplay. I played it on my Xbox on Game Pass, and like, it's kind of weird getting gameplay for games on Xbox because there isn't like a Share Factory. Like, this is all on Share Factory on PlayStation. Like, this is what I make all my videos on, if y'all didn't know. So I don't have unfortunately, any gameplay of Expedition 33. But anyways, like, for example, I'm not into books. I'm not going to go to like an avid book reader, an avid bookworm, and tell him, yo, Edgar Allan Poe or whatever, wasn't that good of a writer? Like, what kind of shit did you just hear what I just said? Like, what kind of shit is that? I'm not going to go to a NBA coach and tell him, yo, MJ ain't better than Bron when, he's an NBA fucking coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's credited. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, ball and gun gamers will go into these game awards, don't play no games, and be like, yo, Expedition can't be that good, bro, because I didn't know what it is. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's the main point of the video, and that's why I've been preaching it so much, is because a lot of people don't formulate their own opinions. They just straight hate for no reason. Like, it's no thought behind it because you don't know what it is. If we being honest, I don't want to sound harsh or come off that way, but don't speak on anything if you don't know what it is. Just shut the fuck up. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you don't know what Expedition is and you don't know why it's getting all these awards, just shut the fuck up, bro. You don't play no games. You don't even watch the game. You just, like, you know what I'm saying? You just don't understand why something outside of your bubble is getting Game of the Year. Again, watch next year when, the most anticipated game of our fucking lifetime, of the century, of all time. The most anticipated game next year, obviously, Grand Theft Auto 6. Watch next year. It's probably gonna be an insane year 2 next year. I don't know if y'all seen the gaming slate for next year. Off the rip, we getting like Resident Evil 9, Invincible. We getting bangers off the rip when 2026 hits. GTA 6 is gonna, hopefully it drops for a lot of y'all because that's y'all's, that's y'all's gaming savior. I cannot wait for that game. Watch when that shit drops. It could be a 6. I'm not gonna say the other number. It could be a 7, an 8. Maybe even 9 out of 10, even though 9 out of 10s usually don't win Game of the Year. You have to be like a generational game most of the time to win Game of the Year. Watch that shit be like average, mid, still get praised to the damn heavens because it's like what gamers been wanting for years. This is the most anticipated game, the most anticipated media product we've ever had. Watch that shit drop. It'd be like a 7 or 8, be mid as hell gameplay wise, and y'all know it is, and that shit get praised to the heavens. Like there isn't anything GTA can't do for that shit not to get like praised, overglazed as people would call it, to the heavens. Like I promise you, when that game drops, it's gonna be a sweep at every single game award. Best open world, best game of the year, best art direction, best game direction. It's gonna get some awards like best art direction. We know damn well GTA 6 art ain't gonna go that crazy. I'm sorry, I'm being honest. I like GTA games. The art direction do not be going that crazy, if we're being totally honest. But I've been gabbing for a minute. Hope y'all comment down below what's y'all's game of the year for 2025, and comment down below if you think Expedition deserved game of the year, if you actually played it. And if you didn't play it, like comment down below why you don't or want to try it or whatever. I will say, as a person who doesn't like JRPGs, staying off the video, as a person who doesn't like JRPGs, I will say Expedition changed the formula of JRPGs with the real-time parry, dodge mechanics. That really like gave it like a huge boost for me. If it was a traditional RPG, or JRPG, I'm not gonna lie, it wouldn't be my game of the year. It would not be my game of the year. But the fact that they added a parry, one of the best parries, one of the best parry mechanics we've ever had. Like I wouldn't say it's on secure level, but it's like just a tiny step down from secure level. It's an amazing parry, well responsive, well timed, all that. But like I said, comment down below what y'all think. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all the love and support you've been showing me. I don't mean to be too harsh, like, because, man, the discourse around this game has been really getting me, like, mad because people do not, like, they can't figure it out. Like, their minds cannot boggle around that there is a game that is really good, that is generational, that they've never heard of. Mostly it's really a casuals making this whole discourse the way it is, but people don't understand why a game outside of their bubble is getting this much praise, and that's because y'all don't be playing games. That's all it is. Y'all really don't be gamers like that. Like I'm not trying to be harsh. Y'all niggas do not be playing games like that. But anyways though, the close of the video. Appreciate all the support y'all been showing me. If you haven't played Expedition, try Expedition. I'm telling y'all, it's one of the best games of all time in my opinion. Probably in my top 20 to 30. Like I love Expedition. There's a reason why you see the title of the video, why I've been talking about it. There's a reason why it swept, and it was lightning in a bottle, as I said. It swept every award show. It was that good. The story, the narrative behind it, like it all boosted that. This game, the type of game that Sandfall and Kepler, I forgot the actual studio names, but there's a reason why like this game was getting this much praise. It will never happen again. Clair Expedition Obscur 33. I just said that name crazy. Bro, I was going to close out the video on a banger quote, but Clair Obscur Expedition 33 was a once in a lifetime generational lightning in a bottle, whatever you want to call it, type game. But as always, appreciate y'all. Hope you have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe. And we're going to be back for more bangers. Hope you enjoyed the video.